Oh boy, does somebody need a stern talking to. Storm clouds are forming. It's raining, which is a good setting for today's topic, which is Elon Musk returning his attention to Tesla. As everybody's probably heard this week, Elon's kept his promise of returning his focus to Tesla, and he came in like a new CEO who's never worked there before, took one look at the organization, decided they're in the wrong business and they have too many people, and started letting go large swaths of the company. Why does that sound familiar? It's because it's what he did at Twitter. When he was forced to buy it after trying to back out, he waltzed in there like a wrecking ball and decided we're not a text messaging social media platform. We're a payment platform, and we're going to be everybody's everything app, and we're changing our name to X. And he fired, I think, ultimately more than half of the staff. But this is a website. This is a company that is a web service. So they have a bunch of servers and a bunch of software. The servers they didn't make, they just buy. So a very simple organization in a lot of ways. And when he did that, here it is, 6 months later or whatever, somehow, miraculously, they survived. That set a bad precedent, I think, in his little monkey brain. And what happened is, when he turned his attention back to Tesla, he's like, well, it worked there. The shock of that really made the company, the remainder of the people, work to keep the thing working or whatever. And so he's come back into Tesla, and at their earnings call a couple weeks ago, he said, we're not a car company, we're an AI company. AI and robotics company. That's the way you should think of us. And then about a week after that, he started all these layoffs. And when there were people when there were people inside his managers who directly reported to him, who pushed back on this, he made an example of the supercharging network people and fired the person who directly reported to him on that and their whole team. He did a lot of other things too. A lot of the HR, head of HR has left, the head of accounting has left, the head of product development has left. There's a lot of heads left, and I'm seeing most of those top level people left of their own accord because they were disgusted with what was happening. But this division, the Supercharger division, they were just wiped off the face of the earth, apparently. And that's the big immediate scare quote problem for everybody, because we are in the throes of the transition to the J3400 standard. All the other manufacturers have committed to, and only Ford and Rivian are actually have Tesla's supercharger network opened to them at this point using adapters. GM is supposed to happen like right now, and other manufacturers, the German manufacturers, VW and so forth, we're going to come following after that. And plus there's the Kia and Hyundai. They now have nobody to talk to. It's like the people they were working with apparently are gone. So, is he throwing a wrecking ball into the J3400 transition? Or is he just saying, okay, will they, obviously, it's really up to the manufacturers if they want to trust him to work with Tesla now, And I just think, everybody's reacting as if this is a final state, that, Tesla no longer has a supercharger division. And I don't think that's the case. I think they will either rebuild one or preferably bring back the team that was summarily dismissed. It's not too late to do that. But with no HR director, who's going to do that? So if the only person left an authority at Tesla is Elon Musk, then yeah, that's not going to happen, it would seem. But somebody needs to speak to set this guy straight. And I would think that his peers in the industry would do that. Mary Barra, Jim Farley over at Ford, and Mary Barra at GM. I hope that they have contacted him and told him how incredibly damaging this is, and that in no uncertain terms he needs to fix it fast, reverse it fast, or Tesla is going to be no longer trusted, and no chance in hell the rest of the industry is going to cooperate with them going forward in the future. And that dovetails in with what Elon wants, which is to stop making cars and make robots, AI and AI. And then the manufacturers have to pick up that slack, which they are not going to do because they don't have the passion and interest in solving for sustainable mobility. That they talk about making EVs and stuff, but that what they are companies that need to make quarterly dividends and are going to do whatever it takes to sell the vehicles they need to make the vehicles they need to sell to get that. And if they're EVs, fine, but if they're not, fine. They're not on board with saving the planet, which is what I think we felt still that Tesla, if not Tesla, the organization, whatever that means, because organizations are just people, but the people who work there are there to save the world. That's their motivation, through great electric cars. So I don't think that we're at a final state here. I don't believe that this is just going to lie this way and Tesla simply gets out of the public charging business. I don't think that's the end state here. I think this is a event that is still unfolding, and I think reversal is possible. I think rebuilding a team is possible, and at the very least, what we're going to need for this not to seriously impact the adoption of EVs in the United States is for the Tesla network to at very least, stay what it is now and not get worse or go away. And to complete the transition of opening it up to all the other manufacturers. That's the bare minimum we need for this not to be a serious stake to the heart of the EV transition in North America. So here's hoping for the best. Here's hoping those other CEOs explain in no uncertain terms why this isn't going to work, and we get things fixed. Is that possible? I certainly hope so.